Hi, it's Alex Gubay here from listmyproducts.com, and I'm with Tess from Halo Dish Covers, a revolutionary product out of South Africa that is eco-friendly and not just revolutionizing houseware, but the industry itself. So, Tess, it's nice to have you here today.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, yes. And so Tess is a brand manager. Halo Dish Covers got started about a year ago, spinning off of its parent company. Tess, if you don't mind telling us how you guys got started and how your company found itself in South Africa.
Sure. So the founder of our company, Julia Schaefer, she's originally from Canada, but moved to South Africa and created this beautiful company called Spaza. So the idea behind Spaza was to provide work for women working from home. So Julia created a whole lot of eco-friendly household products that can be brought into the home. And we had a tiny little store in the watershed, which is one of the busiest kind of places in Cape Town, and we were selling out of there. And out of all the products that were created, the one that we got the most positive response on was the dish cover. So Julia decided we needed to grow, and Halo came out of this idea of growth and of expanding this brand globally. So the idea is that this is an eco-friendly replacement for cling wrap or for foil, and it's the kind of product that we wanted to bring to bigger retail spaces across the world. So the idea behind Halo then became a focus that it's not just going to be the dish cover, but we would actually work with young South African artists, and this would be a way to promote them as they start in their careers. So I don't know if any of you guys know, but being a creative, getting yourself on the starting block sometimes presents as challenges. So with this brand, we try to showcase the young artists as much as possible.
Absolutely. And before we start talking about the artists and the amazing designs that they created, I also want to focus on the initiatives that are bringing employment to a lot of women who have the opportunity to work from home, especially during a time like COVID. It's kind of a unique sequence of events. How did you guys connect with the artists, and how did you also connect with the employees who are now able to work from home in one of the most trying times in recent memory?
Okay, so sorry, just to correct you there, the Halo, they're not specifically women working from home. We've actually connected with a community in Cape Town where the products. It's a community development initiative called Bambanani. So Bambanani is kind of rooted in an informal settlement in Cape Town. So people there have got incredible challenges, and opportunities for employment are scarce. Education, access to proper education is also something that's tricky, and so what you find is a lot of people that really just struggle to find employment. And so working with this community, especially coming out of COVID, is really one of the most rewarding journeys that we've embarked on. So we partnered directly with the founder of the initiative. Her name is Miriam, and we had the idea that we would have some of our sewing done with them. So we went and we set up our sewing machine to get ladies started there. But then also that all our packing for all our dish covers, we thought, can we not extend that to create work in the community as well? So Miriam found people that could come in and also have other jobs through this initiative. Yeah, and it's just been amazing to see. I mean, there was one person that we were working with. He hadn't been employed for 2 years. You can just imagine what that does to the self-esteem of a young person. So the idea with this is just kind of almost to be a stepping stone, just in a slightly better direction.
Awesome. And so that's the employment for production. So before you're able to produce the products, you obviously have to have them designed and work with other local creatives. How were you able to connect with them and really bring out, the best in them?
So the artists, we reached out to a university called CPUT, and there's another one called Vega. And we've been finding artists through them. So this year we've actually managed to incorporate creating the designs into their curriculum. So we are working with 2 different classes of people, of students who they've been given a brief and they are designing the new range of dish covers. So that's been really exciting. What happens then is once we've kind of selected them, then they work one-on-one with me just to refine their designs and get them ready for print.
Awesome. And so once they've, got the designs, they've been produced, being the brand manager of a company that's only a year old, how has it, could you describe how it's been, connecting with customers, looking at distribution and, selling your product online?
So we try to tell the story of the artists through our social media. We've got interview questions from the artists as well that we've created as blog posts on our website. And as we launched this collection, we try to sort of to give our customers a little bit of insights into who the people are that came up with the designs for their dish covers. So with portraits of the artist, and then also just kind of with like snippets of information about them and their lives and their interests.
And I read them, and I think I read about 3 or 4 different artist stories. Are very well put together. They had the images of them, I think, in black and white, and so it was very pleasing to the eye. And I really like, what I learned about them. And so, telling that story, how has that been received, on your different social media platforms? What platforms are working the best for you? And what strategies have produced the most results to this point?
So I would say strategy that works quite well is newsletters, and then just posting about them. Another thing that we try to do is to tag the artists in their posts. So the hope is that if people like the designs, they can actually connect back to the actual artist that made them. And we've seen a positive response. Unfortunately, you cannot tell the story to every single person, just because some people just, they'll just see the pictures and want the ones that catch their attention the most, but we try to tell the artist's story. They're in our catalog as well. Yeah, so I think that the best strategy is just being sort of utilizing our different platforms, specifically Instagram. I would say we've gotten probably the most positive response from that, and Facebook as well. YouTube is definitely a little bit slower. And we've recently gone onto TikTok as well. So we'll see how that pans out.
Okay. So what I really hear is, the hyper personalization of not just the product, but the people, getting that message out. And so I think you've actually got some of the Halo dish covers with you. If you want to show to the audience, this one in particular, I mean, it's very beautiful. And you said they're designed by hand and they're all unique.
Well, some of the artists actually draw them on paper and they scan them through. There are others like this one you can see was actually designed digitally to create this kind of level of symmetry. But yeah, each artist has a unique style and they have a preferred medium that works best for them. So
And I like that. I like that. Look how easily that comes off of that. That's a bowl, right?
Yeah, that's a bowl.
I thought it was a plate. I didn't see any of the depth. I mean, that's a really quality cover. And do you mind showing us how thin or thick it is, and explaining, how many times can you wash this? How do you maintain this product?
So it's really, really easy to use and to wash. You just throw it in the washing machine with all your other clothing. It's made out of a breathable material. So the idea is that your food can breathe, which means it can cool down quickly. It can go in the refrigerator. It also means that if you put it over something like a salad, it doesn't get all that kind of condensation on the food.
Yeah, that's one of the more annoying things there, dealing with vegetables and fruits that you want to keep ripe. So I guess below we'll drop where people can find your product and connect with you guys more. Otherwise, Tess, I really want to thank you for coming on the show today and just telling us about your brand and raising awareness about the amazing things you guys are doing for the world with your eco-friendly product.
Thank you so much. You can find us on www.halodishcovers.com. We sell online, and hopefully we'll be coming to a big retail store near you soon as well. You can also follow us on social media. We're Halo Dish Covers on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube.
Awesome. Well, you guys go check them out. Thanks again for tuning in.